Hi, this is Tanya from Love Buddha Tarot, back with the monthly reading for October 2018 for Libra. How are you doing, Libra? Just before I start this reading, I just want to say, if anybody hasn't gone over and seen my new website, please take a look. It's lovebuddhatarot.com. There's a lots of new exciting things on there. There's other readers and other practitioners as well, and I'm really, really proud of it. So please let me know what you think. There's also, if anybody would like a reading with me, I'm only available the beginning of October. I have to go back to the UK and sort some things out, so availability is limited. So if you do want a reading with me, please book below and try and get in first, because I'm not going to be available for a majority of October. Okay, so right, Libra, I'm going to get on with your reading. Wow, what a year it's been up to now, hasn't it? It's really been pretty intense, but I feel a lot of things have unraveled. This is why we've had the uncomfortableness, because a lot of things have unraveled. And what I'm picking up psychically before I go into your cards is, it's almost like I feel you taking a deep breath in and going, right, okay, I'm going to do this, okay? The words are coming in my head, the Joan of Arc. It's, I'm not afraid, I was born to do this. So there's a real determination coming in with your reading. I feel it's almost like now it seems like you are listening to spirit. You are taking notice of the signs. You are seeing synchronicities in things. Because I'm feeling like they're trying to give you a lot of knowledge. There seems to be this thing around your environment, okay? And around your environment, it's almost like I feel you really need to question, is this the right energy for you? Is this the right environment that you need to be in? And if there's something not right, it's almost like I feel you breaking free from this. If anybody is feeling trapped or has felt trapped, then what this is saying is it's a case of really going deep inside of you, okay? It's almost like you've got to go deep in order to free yourself. So there's this real deepness, but it's almost like it might be uncomfortable. It might be, you might delve into places you don't want to go, internally, but it's almost like spirit are saying, you need to do this. Don't be afraid. We've got you, this is it. We want you to kind of live the life that you were born to live as well. And it's almost like some of you might be thinking, oh, well, that's a myth. I don't really, should I just be happy with my lot kind of thing? And what they're saying is you're not. Okay, that's what they're saying. If you're not happy, then this is the time to make changes. And I really feel this freedom, this healing is coming. Like I say, a really big connection to spirit. I don't know if any of you have been buying crystals, but they're showing me a really huge quartz crystal here. And this quartz crystal is bringing clarity, and vision to you as well. It's almost like they're using this to scry with. So it's like you have seen this other life in your head. You have seen it. They're trying to show you visions of how life could be. And now this month is the time to actually go after them as well, because it's almost like they're saying there, it's just been going round and round in circles, and you need to break free from this, okay? You need to break free from a pattern, some sort of pattern which you continually do. And now is the time to, like I say, it's almost get your warrior spirit on here, but I feel it's a peaceful warrior, but it's time to stand up for what you want, for what you believe in, and accept nothing else, okay? So that's what was coming through psychically. And when I'm looking at your cards here, what they're saying to me here, the first thing is this determination with you, there's this strong, it's no longer are you, because there's been a bit of hesitation, a bit of sitting on the fence, which is very easy for Libras to do. This is what Librans do. But this is like, it's almost like sitting on this fence. you're watching it. You know that song "Sitting on the Dock of the Bay"? Otis Redding. Otis is one of my favorite artists, and it's watching is it watching the ships roll in and the ships roll out or whatever. It's almost like saying you've been sitting on this fence for that long. You've been watching your ship sort of going, and what they're saying is you need to jump on that ship kind of thing, because it's pointless just sitting there. You need to do something in order to get in the direction of your dreams here. And I feel there's been a bit of a lack around your pleasure zone, okay? So this is like, maybe not feeling as much pleasure as what you would want. Joy, happiness, being free, too many restrictions around you. Whereas this month, it's almost like this is where you're heading, it's like you're getting on the pleasure train. And this is because you now have this clarity and you know where you want to go and you know that you can get there. That is the most important thing. So what this is saying is, this month is going to be crucial within you sort of laying that first brick for your future security, your future happiness, and your future contentment. So there is an ending of sorts here, okay? But I feel this ending it's something that should have happened a long time ago. So it's almost like you're stepping straight into this new beginning, this new way of being as well, where you are standing up for what you believe in as well. And you're going to be victorious with this, they're saying. So I feel there's a trip, okay? But it's almost like there's so much psychicness coming through. And I feel these moons have been instrumental in this in some way. And it's almost like there's a part of you where it's like there's a little bit meekness, where it's like, should I really be putting myself first? Is this really about me? And yes, it is. You've only got one life. So this is about, being able, speaking your truth, even if your voice is shaking, okay? Because you have this like warrior spirit within you, but you're hiding it, you're hiding it because of the fear of upsetting other people, or maybe because they may not want to hear what you say. But with this, it's almost like, you've seen this vision, okay? And you have to step forward here, okay? The shadow side of you is you hold yourself back a bit. This is about stepping forward, and at the point of, there's somebody here around you, okay? I was going to say that at the point of, not worrying that you're upsetting somebody in forging your own path, because there's somebody here who is coming in who I feel is quite manipulative. I feel they're quite a strong character. Okay, their words are what they are using as a weapon, but they know what they're doing. And this is saying, it's almost like this person is trying to, in some way, overpower you. Okay, and you have in the past maybe shrunk back, but now it's like kind of, right, okay, I am rising to the challenge here, and whatever you say or do is not going to stop me. So, this is where we have kind of a bit of a sacrifice, because you speaking your truth and you forging your own path could mean that this person no longer can be in your life, okay? But what they're saying here is, I feel it's almost like the knife has already been put in here. So by removing that knife, this is going to allow any wounds to heal rather than to carry on the way that they've been going. So this is where this sacrifice is as well. And I really feel here, it's almost like I'm getting dolphins. I don't know what dolphins are about. Dolphins often indicate soulmates. Dolphins are telepathic. You know, dolphins are a beautiful, I'll have to look that up, the exact meaning of dolphins, but they're showing me dolphins there. And it's almost like dolphins swim deep as well, don't they? You know, I always say that it's the Annie Nin quote where it's, I fear I must be a mermaid because I have no fear of depths and a great fear of shallow living. And this kind of is what I'm seeing here. Anything superficial, anything material, anything like that, it's almost like it holds no weight now, okay? And I feel this is more about going after what is in your heart as well, you know? So there's a real risk here, okay? But it's like risky business, but it's not a risk. It's actually, this is to free yourself, you know? It's almost like a breakout kind of thing here, because you want joy, you want to experience life, you want this, you know? This is, and it's there for you as well, you know? You need to sparkle. This is it. So I feel this month, especially around the 8th, for some reason, I don't know why the 8th is important. They're showing me the 8th to the 10th. There's this feeling of really high energy where you're kind of saying, you know, I can't have monotony anymore. You know, I need excitement. I need fun. I need pleasure. I need to sort of squeeze every bit out of life that I can, you know. So there's this real determination, which I love here as well. And I feel that there could be around the home life or around a building, there seems to have been some sort of struggle, or there could be some struggle coming up with this. No, there's been a struggle, right? Okay, they're telling me there has been one, and there might be another one to come this month. But it's almost like, you know, this is, you need to realize that, you know, your security is being threatened here. So when your security is threatened, you need to stand up and fight. Because it's almost like you've sat on the fence for too long here. And what they're saying is you're strong enough to do this, okay? You just need to think of an idea, because there's so much, it's like, you know, you're not meant to be sitting in the box, you know, you're not, the box doesn't work for you, you know, this is boxing you off. And it's almost like this has been a long time coming. You've had patience and your patience have been tested, but now this is the word penultimate. This is it. This is the, you know, you are poised and ready for action, and this will be your final push here. But you are pushing the truth. This is what you're doing. You're pushing the truth, and then real balance will be brought in here, you know, because you've learned a lot of lessons here, and it's almost like you will not accept anything that isn't happiness, you know. This is it. This is where what you are fighting for, almost like a freedom fighter kind of thing. So this is where I see you moving away from something that is affecting your happiness there. Sorry, it's just two cards fell out there, and I don't know where they've come from. And it's the two cards. You've got the Empress and the Seven of Wands. I'll have to watch the video back. I don't know if they fell out or whatever. But yeah, it's almost like you've been holding yourself back from something that you know is what you want or will make you happy. And there's this real nurture and there's this real love feeling coming in as well here, you know, which is balanced. Like I say, when you're sitting on the fence and if you don't really want to be there, that is causing an imbalance. So what this is saying is, you know, if you're just doing this because you feel it's the right thing to do, you know, rather than doing the right thing, there is an imbalance here, and this is where you will feel burdened. This is where things will start to feel a bit heavy and a bit icky and a bit funky, and it's like, this isn't right. So really go with your feels rather than thinking how you should approach this, okay? This is about your feels, because they're saying to you it's time to step in your power here, and you have two ways to go. You can use love as your weapon, and I feel that's what you need to do. But it's almost like that doesn't mean that, you know, you can love everybody, but you still don't have to be around them, if that makes sense. It's almost like loving from a distance. And this is, right, this is interesting. This is what they're saying to me here. You need to look at self-love here, okay? And when you are looking at self-love, it is about what is best for you, okay? If you're feeling uncomfortable in a situation, you are not coming from a place of love. If you are made to feel uncomfortable, then, it doesn't matter how much you love that situation, the people involved in it or whatever. If you are uncomfortable, that is not coming from a loving place. It's still coming from a fear base, because what you are doing is you are doing what you feel is expected of you, okay? And when people have expectations of you, that is not unconditional love. So it's almost like there's a quote there, and it's from Mountain Dreamer, The Invitation, I think. And it says, what is it? Can you face the accusation of betrayal to be true to your own soul and be faithless and therefore trustworthy? Something like that. But this is what it's saying, if you are betraying your own soul, then you are not being truthful, you are not being loving to you. And this is where it starts. We can only actually be truthful and loving to the world when it starts within. And sometimes this means standing up and saying, you know what, I've had enough, I'm not tolerating that behavior, or something like that. So there's a real, with this, there's a real just standing up for yourself, stand up for your rights as well. This will not ostracize you. If it does, then these people should not be around you, because these people, they might not want to hear the truth. But if you're coming from this truth, if we look at children will say whatever they want to say. One of the boys of my friends, one of the little boys, he said to me the other day, your cheeks are really chubby, Tanya, like a little baby's. And I was like, I didn't want to hear that, but in hearing that, he was being truthful. It was an observation he made, and I knew he wasn't coming from a loving place. He wasn't coming from a bad place with that. He was just being a child, and children are truthful until we teach them not to be. We tell them, you can't say that, don't say that, no, don't say that, don't tell anybody. That is the worst thing to do. This is teaching us from an early age that, we don't speak our truth, when then what we do is we spend years and years trying to get to a point where we can speak our truth. And this is what is coming in here. So not speaking your truth can be detrimental to you, because no matter how much love you have inside you, if you don't do this, it's going to fester, okay? And it's going to fester and it's going to fester and it's going to grow into something more. So this is saying, whatever you're doing it from the heart, and you're doing it from the heart. This is for yourself, and you are taking control, not to be controlling, but to actually say, right, okay, this charade stops. I'm sick of the charade. I'm sick of the, this game or this acting or whatever. This is when healing will come in for you, through your communication. But it does say that you may have to walk away, and in walking away, you are treading on the path to love. So it's almost like this is a very teaching month for you as well. Because it's almost like if you can sit back and say, I'm happy with everything in my life, I'm happy with how I've dealt with things, I'm happy that I've done the right thing, and I'm happy because I'm free from any binds of society or binds of untruthfulness or anything like that. When you can do that, this is when, you are really living a spiritual life here as well. Because what they're saying here is it's almost, yes, it might be painful, and it might be painful to other people. But if you are telling the truth, then what you are doing is aiding them. You are helping them in some way, even though they might not want to hear it, okay? I really feel, like I say, there could be some worry around a connection, or there could be arguments around a connection, but I feel this is something that can be worked on, okay? It's almost like the worry is, again, am I doing the right thing? Am I doing the right thing? There's the worry about change. But it's almost like I want to say to you here, don't worry about change, worry about not changing. Because by not changing, this is just going to get worse and worse and worse. So what they're saying here is this is a time for you to learn, a time for you to actually step out secure by yourself. It's almost like riding the bike for the first time, taking them stabilizers off, and suddenly it's like, whoa, I'm the one in control of this, rather than letting other people control this. But they're saying you are protected here. It's almost like they've got your spiritual knee and elbow pads on here, so you're going to be protected. So it's almost like if you say this from a loving place and then protect yourself, you are not fighting anymore, okay? Somebody else's pity or, anything like that is not going to affect you. You can feel sad for them, but it's almost like, a lot of things are brought on by yourself, and we only learn from fucking up, really. That is when we learn, because like I say, there's this sadness within you of wanting to heal the world, wanting to give love to every situation, but some people don't trust love, okay? And you can give it and give it and give it as much as you want, but if somebody is not prepared to take it or give it back, this is just futile, and this is a waste of your energy, okay? Before I end there, I just want to say here, like I say, be careful. There is somebody who is being deceitful, somebody who is hiding something for you, and you are feeling that you're doing something wrong, okay, when you're not. You're not at all. You're not doing anything wrong. Somebody is allowing you to feel bad because of maybe doubting their integrity, when really your doubts are founded. Like I say, you've got a lot of spirit working with you at the moment. So please trust your intuition and trust yourself, because there is somebody trying to pull the wool over your eyes, and they're giving a little bit of illusion there as well. Right, I'm going to pull another one and see, because that one I didn't really shuffle there. Right, so this is Spirit card for Libra, please. I hope that made sense. My head is really, whoa. Right, okay, there you go, emotions, and this is it, they're in the dark, and what this is saying is, you are awash with unexpressed emotions. Say exactly what you feel. It is safe for you to speak your truth. So there you go, this is it, Libra. It's speaking your truth at all times, and this even means if it's letting somebody else down, because if you don't, you're letting yourself down, okay, and that is the worst kind of tragic, okay? And like I say, it's time to step into your magic as well. Please don't be scared. Yeah, please don't be scared. It's like I say, have this warrior spirit, and I feel you will be absolutely fine. Something that you haven't been sure on but may have had an inkling is going to present itself this month, okay? And then this is almost saying to you, you see, you trust your intuition, okay? So have an absolutely fabulous month, Libra. I hope that makes sense to you. If anybody does want a personal reading, please click the link below and it can take you straight through to my booking form. But please be aware that I won't be available for most of October. So if you do want a reading, it's best to get in this week, because as of the 6th, I won't be available until November. Okay, so have an absolutely fabulous month, Libra.